Okay guys, for those of now when they always they shout Emi local, it's my turn to become Nigeria president. For those of now when they always they shout, they make noise, Tinubu must be Nigeria president. Now Tinubu go be the best. Now Tinubu go be Alpha and Omega. Now Tinubu be the Jesus Christ. When go come from heaven, come repair Nigeria. Right now, I want shock Taliazuna. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is about to collect Nigeria main source of income, as in like Tinubu want collect Nigeria only pot of soup. Only you want grab and carry go your house go to eat. Anyway, una no go feel understand though. Make una just watch this full video. Meanwhile, while watching, I bet make una just send me like this video, share, and let me know what you una think for the comment section. While I go see you now for the next update coming out soon.
The 14th Emir of Kano and a former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Lamido Sanusi, on Wednesday called for a proper audit of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, adding that the president of Nigeria should not be the Minister of Petroleum. Sanusi made this known while delivering his remarks at the Bank Directors Summit in Abuja. The former Emir, who was CBN governor from June 2009 to February 2014, also noted that his insistence for the audit of the NNPC was what cost him his job at the Apex Bank. Well, let's take a listen before we come back for a discussion.
We cannot afford to continue producing the oil and not seeing the revenue. We are no longer paying subsidies. So where are the dollars? Before it was under recovery. Now we don't have under recovery. Where is the money? It was the issue I raised for which I was suspended. You can suspend me again. Okay? But it's an issue that this country must address. NNPC is the most opaque oil company in the world. When I was in the Central Bank for 15 years, they had not been audited. We paid 11 trillion naira in fuel subsidy. There's no accountability up to now. The National Assembly called NNPC to bring the documents. They refused. And by the way, let me advise that this idea of the president being petroleum minister is not a good idea. The last president was minister of petroleum for 8 years. When I was governor of Central Bank, we had a petroleum minister. So when I talked about NNPC, I could attack Dizani. Now nobody can talk about petroleum because 8 years, if you talk, you're attacking the president. We need that buffer. Somebody has to be there. A minister has to be there who is held accountable by Nigerians.
No, Rufai, like he said, I mean, this actual insistence was what cost him his job back in 2014. It is not the first time Sanusi Lamido is advocating for the president not to be the Minister of Petroleum. Yeah. We've heard even other CSOs advocate for this as well. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. And also the fact that he talked about where is the dollars? Why are the dollars right now? But it's great that the Dangote refinery is set, to start full production, and hopefully that would be a huge saver in Forex.
Someone should point out one lie in what Emir Sanusi said. If you can point out one lie, I'll clap for you. There is no lie. All he said is what we've been saying all this while. They say they've removed subsidy. Where is the dollar? Maybe they were supposed to have savings from the subsidy that we put in the currency. We are still going to borrow. Where is even the 10 billion they said they want to go and borrow to buffer? Somebody was telling me this one that dollar to naira on the black market is 1,200 now. Where is the money to buffer? Sanusi talked about money then. They pushed it, they said it was a problem. Talked about 120 billion. They said from there, they said it's not true. Where is the money? Why can't the NNPC be audited? Didn't we call for a forensic audit of the NNPC before President Tinubu even removed subsidy? So it's opaque. That's why I say anybody that can point out one lie in what he has said should come out. We'll clap for them. There is no lie in what he's been saying. And the idea of the president being the, what is it called? A lot of people have argued based on convention, blah, 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 and everything. No. We should have that level of opacity. Because if you keep saying the president should be, why can't the president also be solid mineral? Is it because oil is bringing more money? It's just one department that brings more money. If we're thinking economy, what should be bringing more money to the country is the productivity of Nigerians. Companies are living. Look at P&G now, Procter & Gamble.
Well, all right.
Remember back in days when Dunlop left? Remember when Michelin left? All these companies were leaving. So why can't we focus on the productivity of the company? Because when you look at even oil, how much is it adding to the GDP? Not much. All it does, it has a lot of the governmental revenue. Right. So there is nothing Sanusi has said that is wrong here.
Well, now that NNPC has...
Yes, because I was in the arena, the 2014 that you referred to, when he left as CBN governor. And of course, yes, part of the issue then was that he had raised alarm that money was missing. Okay, and one thing led to another. I don't need to rehash that. Now, he made a number of points. He was speaking at the Bankers Directors Association of Nigeria conference yesterday in Abuja. And he made a number of points. One, about the banking sector, the need for bankers to shore up trust among the people. Two, he talked about the need for the AMCON levy to be retained. The AMCON levy means that the banks will pay about 0.5% of their assets at year end and put it into AMCON. And he said, contrary to what many bankers have been pushing for, particularly the chairman of BDAN, that's Mustafa Chikiobi, that AMCON levy should stay. Three, he said that the CBN Act is good as it is, and it should not be amended, because to try and amend that CBN Act will give politicians an opportunity to put politics into it. All of that. Having been CBN banker and having been a career banker himself, he knows it. Now, he talked about the opaqueness of NNPC. Yes, he's right in that regard, because the audit that he's asking for, do you know that for 43 years in this country, nobody audited NNPC accounts? Until 2020, when the present MD of NNPC, as he then was, now CEO of NNPCL, released the 2019 and 2020 audited reports. That was the first time NNPC would release any audited accounts, despite the existence of NATI under Waziri Adio and NATI under Ogunayaoji, who is there now, have also, raised a number of questions. But where we are now, different from where we were in 2014, is that at least now under Mele Kyari, NNPC audits its accounts and publishes. And we can only insist on that, because that's part of what Emir Sanusi was asking for when he was CBN governor. Finally, he's saying that the president should not also be Minister of Petroleum. Okay, if we check from 2019, the Minister of Petroleum had always been the president, from Obasanjo to Yaradua. Then under President Jonathan appointed a Minister of Petroleum. Okay.
Diezani
Alice Madueke. Well, go and check the experience of most people during Diezani Alice Madueke's tenure as Minister of Petroleum. She was so powerful. Indeed, at council meetings, I'm giving you eyewitness account. Before the president will enter council meeting, many ministers will go and greet her specially.
She was also very beautiful.
Well, no, they will go and greet her specially, with the exception of Mohammed Adoke, with the exception of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and the Minister of Aviation, then Stella Odua. But all the other ones, they will be queuing up to greet her because of the power in that office. It's not about beauty.
Of course, that was so.
It's about the power in that office. So most presidents,
she's still beautiful.
Most presidents, we want to hold the portfolio,
all right,
so that they will hold the authority, because that is Nigeria's spot of truth.